What happens if he tries to elevate me with the butterfly hook? Is he going to elevate me? No. What's he going to do? He's going to move me out to the side a little bit. Okay? So, I get here. He pummels in, I pummel in. Now, I'm going to hit a center line shift using my hip and my leg to push his knee to the outside. So now when Ant tries to elevate me, I can step right over the knee. I can just go wide and around. If I let that knee point to the ceiling, like so, and Ant goes to elevate me, this can start to have a dramatic off-balancing effect. But when I step across, and I have Ant do the same elevation, just like he did beforehand, it's useless. I can just work my knee over his knee, and eventually work my way to the mount. So that's one good way that can happen. Another good way this can happen is we might have to do some leg pummeling ourselves and do some float passing. Let's check that out. I control the head. He pummels on a butterfly hook, I immediately pummel in my own. I step across with a center line shift. Now, getting my underhook and my elbow post, my underhook, and my head post. Try to not put too much weight on here, Ant. Now, from here, he's going to keep this knee tight to his chest. Okay? I'm going to use my butterfly hook, or my foot. I pummel, putting in a butterfly hook, and I'm going to use my butterfly hook, hooking on his foot and his ankle to lift my hips away from his chest and drag his knee away. And now I can set my butt down to the floor. Okay, when his knee's in my way, I can't just sit to the mount. I'm sitting right on the knee. I need this knee to go away from the chest so I can sit over it. So he's got that knee through. So my left leg pummels in. I understand I would be keeping a good cross-faced underhook here, but I'm just trying to be nice to Ant so he's not miserable under here. So I pummel in my own butterfly hook, and I'm going to use my butterfly hook to drag his knee away from his chest and settle. Now, what if I can't pummel in a butterfly hook over the top over here? Let's say Ant makes a nice sticky hook to my butt. I'm trying to find my butterfly hook even tighter. Yep, I'm trying to find this butterfly hook and it's just not working. Okay, I can't hook. Well, if I can't go behind the leg, I'll pummel in front of the leg. From here, I'm going to take my right leg and I'm going to bring my knee wide, pummeling my butterfly hook in front of his knee. And I go to this position here. Butterfly. So I come up here, I set the crossface, he goes half butterfly. When I feel him pummel in, I also immediately pummel in. Here. Now from this position, I center line shift, so his elevation takes me out to the side, if anywhere at all. My head to the floor. I come up and I hook. I drag the knee away from the chest if possible, and I sit down over the knee. Alternatively, if I cannot hook behind the leg, I'll pummel to the inside from in front of the leg. And I end up right here with two butterfly hooks, and we pass. So, we went over a lot of good information. Over the last several weeks, we've seen how to force the half guard, seen how to control the head through various cross faces. We've seen how to free our knee using our action arm, and we've seen how to free our knee using our free leg. Once we free the knee, we still have our ankle trapped. And we've seen all the different ways to free our trapped ankle from the half guard. And now finally, to close off your study of the top half guard passing position, I'm showing you how to defeat your opponent's common defenses. Remember those 5 common defenses. Your opponent's going to put in a lockdown to keep you down and away so you can't ride up their body. They're going to push you down and away, pulling you down with a lockdown. We've seen we can beat that with a butterfly hook, and we've seen we can beat that with a heel block. Then we moved on to another troublesome spot, our opponent's underhook, and they can do that while staying down on a shoulder. We negate the underhook by getting their elbow super heavy, and we pin it and we just crush the underhook and we pass from there. Our opponent might put in an underhook and come up to an elbow prop. And we've seen from there, we can pummel into the inside position ourselves. So he gets inside with an underhook, so we also get inside with our own underhook, the near side underhook. And we use it to flatten him out, and then we pass from there. We've seen that from that position, we also have a number of submission opportunities. We're not getting into the details of those yet, but we can attack the necks, or the neck with the front headlock. We can attack arms with kimuras. We can attack legs with ashigarami. Right? So that's lockdown, underhook, and elbow prop. Then we looked at situations where my opponent gets the other arm to the inside position with a scoop grip, and we've seen how to beat that. We've seen how to beat our opponent going into deep half guard. We can cross face and sprawl our leg free. If that's not strong enough, we can wrist pin and pummel our leg free. And then if our opponent gets us all the way to a full deep half guard, we want to immediately gain stability with a knee switch. And then as we pass from the knee switch position, we make sure we don't give him the underhook. If he gets the underhook, he gets our back. So we get the underhook to protect our back and to keep them flat, and we pass the deep half. Then last but not least, we looked at how to pass the half butterfly guard, which essentially came down to one simple mantra. If he pummels into the inside position, you also pummel into the inside position. Never give him all the inside position for free. If your opponent steals inside position, you need to either stop or negate that piece of inside position they stole, or you want to regain some inside position yourself. We saw that with the underhooks by taking the near side underhook and flattening them. We're now seeing it with the half butterfly guard, by when he pummels in a butterfly hook, you also pummel in a butterfly hook. And then from that position where you pummel in your own butterfly hook, you make your own legs and hips very light, and you use your leg to pummel and manipulate their legs to eventually settle in past their knee and achieve a mounted position, and using a style of passing called float passing, where your legs and hips are floating up high and you're pummeling with your legs to fight for inside position, which again is the centerpiece of jiu-jitsu. It's all about fighting for the inside position. The person who controls the inside position controls the space. If I'm the person on top position and I control the inside position, I can get really tight and control chest to chest, and they can't make space. If, however, the person on the bottom controls the inside position and gets their wedges, or their frames inside, now I can't get chest to chest, they control the space, they make enough space to bring their legs back in, and now I have to deal with their legs all over again. So it's all about fighting for that inside position. All right, guys, hope this is a good overview of the half guard position for passing. Hopefully you guys can go out there and start passing a lot of half guards and have relatively high success with it.